you're a bum, man.
And
I
then
can't believe you got the same fucking trackers as me.
they're not the same. my Adidas is bigger than your Adidas. It is. Look, the text is larger.
Yeah, all right. It's the same trackies. What are you talking about? They're the same.
They're not.
All right, man. You've got the word Adidas in the original text, and I've got the logo with the text.
Well, then they're not the same. They're
But
different.
they're the same fit pants, aren't they?
At the ankles, are yours tight or loose?
Yeah. You got zips in your pockets?
No.
Oh, you're a schmuck then.
Well,
You got the
schmuck.
You got the inferior trackies. You're a bum, man. Oh, well, I guess I stand corrected.
I stand corrected.
You've got the weaker trackies. Where'd you get it from?
Sportsmart.
Sportsmart.
Yeah,
I started,
man.
man, have you got a membership at Sportsmart?
Of course, man. Do you know how much you save on that stuff?
You don't actually. Do you know what you save? I'll tell you exactly what you save. You save whatever discount Rebel Sports would offer. I found out the day when I was you remember those? Did you ever see them? I don't think you ever seen the basketball kicks that I bought like a year and a half ago.
No.
Yeah, me and the rookie were starting to play basketball like nearly every week. So my ankles were deteriorating every game because I was wearing those old. Yeah, remember those blue ones I used to play footy with? Yeah, I was playing basketball with them. Yeah, my ankles were gone. So I actually said, you know what, stuff it. I'll bite the bullet. I'll buy some shoes. I called up Rebel. I went to Rebel. You remember what was the mob in Chatty outside near RACV and Kmart Auto?
Sportsmart.
No.
Sportsmart?
Chatty.
Not Sportsmart. Amart, no.
Amart Sports.
Amart Sports, yeah.
They got bought out by Rebel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but before they got... It's exactly the same store, but before they got bought out, it was Amart.
Yeah.
I went there. I found shoes that I wanted. So I called up Sportsmart. I was chasing a size. There was a specific shoe that I was after, so I was chasing a size. And Sportsmart had them. I said, oh, how much are they? And said, oh, if you remember, they're this much. And if you weren't, it was like 5%. Like more. And then Amart Sports and Rebel both were selling the same shoe for the same price as a member at Sportsmart.
Yeah.
That's all it is. They try and justify... Mate, do you know what they do?
What's that?
They justify the discount, right, by taking your information for spamming. Market research.
Okay.
You're...
I'm a member at Rebel as well, and I never get discounts. Rebel
don't give nothing up, man.
The only thing Rebel sells cheap are soccer boots.
Really?
Your quality boots really dirt cheap. Like I pick up a pair of Adidas boots for like $50.
Do you remember when we went and we bought that Lotto bag?
Yeah.
Remember we were looking for bags and they were like
yeah,
$60-$70 for Puma or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you went Lotto. It was the size of a cricket bag.
Yeah.
You know, I ended up buying another bag because that was too big.
No, did you?
Dude, it was just massive, man. You could literally put a fire extinguisher in there, man. And every time I walk in the gym, people like stare at me like I just walked off the nets. Yeah, so I ended up buying like a Puma bag. It's like freaking a third of the size. It's perfect.
Oh,
yeah, but they never give you discounts for nothing.
No.
What was it?
But that's hilarious. Like you get some shops like, oh, would you like to, become a member? And like, well, why do I want to become a member? What am I going to get? And like, there's a good portion of them where you don't even get anything for signing up. Like, no loyalty program.
They say it's because they want to keep your receipts on file. So if you ever want to, and it's apparent, loyalty crap, but there never is. But they say it's to keep your receipts on file.
Yeah.
The reality is you're handing over your credit card details, and they're keeping your name, your email address, and your phone number on hand.
Yeah.
And by you accepting that loyalty card, you're literally signing the waiver, saying do what you want with my details.
Pretty much. We're basically giving everyone the right. We're giving everyone our personal details to our location when the purge comes.
The purge.
The purge. And then, they just
like
cross-reference.
A Gestapo?
Yeah, they're like, Rebel Sport will cross-reference their info with Commonwealth Bank, who will then cross-reference their info with Gloria Jeans.
Yeah, and then the National Socialist Party.
And then they'll hand it over to the government.
Anyone with spiced lattes that has bought leg warmers.
And then Joey Stalin will organise for a mob to come out to your house.
The new genocide. The what did the Nazis call it? The final solution.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new final solution will be based on what kind of coffee you get. What kind of sucker top you bought at Rebel Sport.
Exactly.
They just weed the hipsters out straight away. Oh, do you watch, I was going to say, you watch Conan, don't you?
Occasionally, not as often.
You know he's producer Schlansky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching heaps of them, like all those segments with him.
Yeah.
Have you seen the one when they go to Italy?
I saw the sketch when they go to like that over the bridge cafe. It's like a bridge cafe that's over a freeway.
Nah. Yeah, I've been watching them heaps. They did a segment, I can't remember if it was last year, but it went for like...
Yeah, and they went to Italy, yeah. And then they go to a town.
Because Schlansky's a fake Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they go to the Italian town that he apparently is like a local hero to, but I don't know who he is.
Don't know who he is.
Yeah, but they go to they go coffee testing or something.
Yeah.
And he's mocking the whole procedure.
Yeah.
But he's asked for a... How do you say pumpkin in Italian?
Cucuzza.
Is it?
I think so.
I can't remember. But he says pumpkin spiced latte or something.
Yeah.
But in Italian, but it doesn't translate across properly.
Yeah.
And they're just looking at him like, what the hell's wrong with you? Like, dude, I've never had a pumpkin spiced latte. I was actually going to ask you guys tonight. You ever had it?
Nah. I'm not going to waste my money on that crap. Are you serious?
Pumpkin spiced latte. Man, I barely get by putting that crap in soup. And the only reason I put it in soup is because it's good for you.
Oh,
and it's hearty.
I love pumpkin.
But you roast it or you put it in soup with cream and chives and potatoes or whatever.
I'm already paying $4 to $5 for a coffee, for a cappuccino. I'm going to pay $7 for a bit of pumpkin in it.
I don't understand how they get pumpkin spiced latte. Like, they get the caramel latte and the hazelnut latte and blah, 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 blah. But pumpkin, man.
I actually saw this video on YouTube, and it was about why Starbucks failed in Australia.
Did it?
Yeah.
They're still around, aren't they?
No, but not. They tried to basically become like the dominant coffee franchise in Australia.
Nah.
Yeah. Do you remember when we used to go to DFO?
Moorabbin.
Yeah, the one in Moorabbin.
Yeah, there was a Starbucks
there was that one there. They shut down and became the Mr. Cookie Man.
It's Mr. Cookie Man.
The place used to go and get like 20 cookies for like $5. Huh?
I didn't go.
No, but you remember the place at Maya?
I used to go to Chatty.
David Jones, wasn't it?
Yeah, David Jones.
Yeah,
remember? The woman used to know us. $10 bag.
We should go back and she's still there.
That wouldn't be there anymore, would it?
No, I doubt it.
Food, Glorious Food. That's what it's called. Because there's one in the city as well.
Yeah. No, but the same place, like the cookie that cookie section in that Food, Glorious Food was Mr. Cookie Man.
That franchise is called Mr. Cookie Man.
Yeah, something like that.
Didn't you have like your PSN account like that?
No, that's Mr. Cookie Pants.
Cookie Pants, that's
it. Yeah.
Is it cookie or kooky?
Cookie.
Why?
I don't know. It was in an episode of Scrubs, and I thought it was
such a bum.
I thought it was hilarious, and I'm like, all right.
I don't know what that is. I always used to read it as kooky, but it's not.
No, it's cookie.
Kooky's with a K. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so hang on. The one at DFO was a...
And that was a Mr. Cookie Man. And we did go there. I remember we went there a couple of times because we couldn't be stuffed going to Chatty, so we just go there instead.
For a Starbucks?
No, for cookies from that shop. But when we first opened up, when DFO first opened in Moorabbin, it was a Starbucks. And that was when they were first starting to make their move in Australia.
I only remember... You know what I remember Starbucks is they had the one in the city right near... you know where Brunetti's ended up opening up that sort of breakaway pop-up, whatever?
Yeah.
There was a Starbucks right there near the square and that little water feature thing, and all the uni students and hipsters would hang out there.
Yeah.
There was a Starbucks there. It was absolute crap. You'd wait like 20 minutes and the coffee was terrible. But then there was also Hudson's. Do you remember Hudson's?
Yep. Hudson's Coffee. That's more in the airport. I think there's one in Melbourne
There's
Airport.
one in the city. There was always one in the city.
Okay.
It's on the other side near Elizabeth Street.
No, I've never seen it there.
Have you ever gone?
Not to that. Oh, to Hudson's?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went there when I went to Sydney about last year, I think it was, the year before. They got one, I think, in the Sydney airport or Melbourne airport, one of the two, and I ended up going there because we left at like 6 in the morning.
Was it any good?
Nah, it's just piss water.
I don't remember Hudson's. I think I might have gone once just to suss it out, but I would have been like 18. I reckon I would have been 17 or 18, man. Like, I would have just finished high school and I was in the city, when I was in between TAFE or something.
I'm saying that because then they go into this whole spiel about how like they expect like
who does?
In this it's like a short documentary. It's like 10 minute, 15 minutes
on
Starbucks, and they're pretty much talking about why they failed and they tried to like.
Dude, how close was that guy to my car?
Yeah, he's pretty close.
No, I'm serious. I'm not over the line, am I?
No. Oh.
Hang on.
You're over the big line.
No. Oh yeah, just.
Yeah, it's alright. I'd go even more forward.
Dude, Dude, the guy literally just...
I'm walking here.
I'm serious, man.
I'm walking
I thought he
here.
was going to fly over the bonnet, man.
Do a bonnet's like...
That's it. Calm down, MacGyver. Yeah, sorry. Starbucks.
And what's the donut company again?
Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme. So
Wait, Donut King or Krispy Kremes? Are we talking
Krispy
Australia?
Kreme. Krispy Kreme. So they're saying the reason that like along the same lines as why Starbucks failed is the same reason Krispy Kreme failed, because they expanded too fast.
Yeah, well, hang on. How fast did Krispy Kremes didn't expand fast? They had that one store out in Fountain Gate, and people were driving from Broady to get donuts.
Don't you remember there was one in Chatty?
There was one in Chatty.
There was two in Chatty. There was one at Fountain Gate. Yeah, there was one out the front where Kmart was.
I remember the one next to the bus stops.
Yeah, and then there was one inside near the bowling alley.
What bowling alley?
The bowling alley.
That's
gone. It was like a little outlet.
Is that gone? That's gone.
Yeah, the bowling alley's gone, I think.
Yeah, the bowling alley was right near where old JB used to be.
Yeah, it was at the front of where the AFL store used to be. Remember the AFL store?
Yeah, the AFL store's now on the other side.
Nando's and that? Yeah.
Now it's on the other side.
So that's where it was.
You know what, man? I went looking for that AFL store when last year, was it last year or the start of this year, when we bought a jumper for Clark Danza, the kid that lives up in the UK?
Yeah.
We bought him a Carlton jumper. This was pre-season.
Okay.
So I went all over Melbourne looking for one. Couldn't find one.
A Carlton jumper?
Yeah.
You serious?
They were sold out everywhere. No one stocked them. And the AFL store, there was an AFL store in Chatty. I'm like, really? I looked, I couldn't find it. I went walkabouts for 20 minutes, man.
Yeah.
Finally found it. And then ended up having nothing in stock, like blame the AFL.
Yeah.
They don't stock. Oh, that's what I lost it at Rebel. Rebel had every team under the sun besides Carlton, man.
Yeah.
They had like a surplus of Melbourne and St Kilda jumpers.
Yeah.
Who the hell follows St Kilda?
Yeah, I know.
No one. Dude, seriously, who on earth would buy a St Kilda jumper? You'd never buy one. You'd be more ashamed to than if you were a Carlton supporter.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, dude. I don't remember the second Krispy Kreme shop.
It was like an outlet. It was like a little. It wasn't a big shop. It was just like a little outlet.
Yeah, okay, but besides them, where else were there Krispy Kreme shops? I don't remember any. Dude, I remember Fountain Gate because that was the 24-hour one. And
I don't know.
I sleep outside.
I remember those ones. Was there one at Southland?
Nah, I don't think so. I'm sure
I can't remember, but there was apparently they opened a buttload of them, and they just expanded too fast. Because I remember everyone used to come from Sydney, and they grab them at the airport in Sydney because that was the only place you could get them.
So you people that went to Sydney for road trips.
Yeah, and so they just must have too quick, and they're expensive donuts, and so that's pretty much the same reason why Starbucks people didn't want to pay $7 for an iced drink when they could get the same thing. Yeah, but then the guy goes, this is where it was a bit of crap. I don't know. I don't know my barista that well. I don't even have a favourite barista. But then the guy's going, in Australia, the coffee culture's different. They didn't want to go to a franchise for coffee. They'd rather rely on their trusted barista in their local coffee shop.
What are you talking about?
What the hell is this douchebag talking about?
Nah, man. They're just coming up for a justification as to why they failed.
Yeah. And then they're going, Gloria Jeans and who's the other one?
Gloria Jeans and you talking about franchises?
Yeah,
but you got like Jamaica Blue.
Yeah, but
you got
Gloria Jeans is the main coffee place.
Gloria Jeans is the biggest. Gloria Jeans is probably the biggest coffee franchise. Period.
In Australia,
one of the biggest ones. That's just
standalone.
Because
I was saying they got like all these shops.
But you got Jamaica Blue. You got that. But then you've got like Mrs. Fields. Dude, that's the thing. This is Australia. This is Melbourne. All right, let's not get it confused. Melbourne, your local Sparky's got a coffee machine in his shop. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I went and got a haircut those spags out in Noble.
Yeah.
And they're like, you want coffee, man? So I was firing up the machine.
Yeah.
Like coffee.
Yeah.
I looked in the mirrors, and there's that dude that looks like your older brother's brother. And he's firing it up like a barista. He's making espressos. Like, I'm good, man. Thanks. Dude, where can you go in Melbourne and not get a coffee?
Yeah, that's true. You can go to freaking 7-Eleven now.
Dude, I was just going to say...
Oh, by the way, I want a coffee, so we're going to have to stop.
Yeah, I want one as well. You know what? I forgot to buy you butter menthols.
Oh, you're a bum, man.
Do you know why?
My throat is killing me.
I was closing the door to the apartment. Yeah. As I shut the front door, I went, oh, my throat. I go, a bit scratchy. I go, I need to get some butter menthols. And I went, oh, yeah, I was supposed to buy dickhead some butter menthols.
I don't know, I've just had this frog. I've had this frog in my throat all day, and it's just been, it's annoying.
I'm going to buy myself some butter Mentos. I don't know about you.
Where does the world come to? Can't even rely on my monkey butler.
It's funny, like every time I message you or Packard, it's always, hey, you just want something. No, it's fine. Relax, I'm going there anyway. Yeah, and then finally you pipe up, it's like, hey man, can you actually get me something that I need? Yeah, sure. I don't do it.
The sound of disappointment. Oh!
Yeah, I knew that would burn you a bit, man. No, seriously. No, but legit, who was I saying it to the other day? The 7-Elevens, man. When I was in the city for a couple of weeks, about a month or two ago, I was going into the city a bit, and I went into 7-Eleven to buy my bottle of water.
Yeah.
And as I'm standing there, it's freaking chockers, man. Everyone's like lining up, like business, like suits, and this is the Collins Street, Spencer Street station end. You know, like that corner. And it was chockers, and that's like a big business district, man. And everyone was there, students and whatever. And I'm like, what the hell is everyone doing? Then I realised I'll line up to buy the coffee.
Yeah.
And my first go-to was, cheap dickheads buying 7-Eleven coffee.
It's very good coffee.
Yeah, for $3, and you get the...
if you get the big one.
Yeah, the large one.
But even still, $3, like, even that's... Like, well, 7-Eleven isn't, like... You hear 7-Eleven, like, oh, why would you get coffee there? So
why?
people consider it, like, the bottom of the barrel. But the coffee there is probably better than some of the... It's probably better than some of the most expensive places that you're going to pay coffee for.
Yeah, and for $3...
That's the large. That's the jumbo size too.
Yeah, it's a big cup of coffee for $3. Yeah. Dude, you do the maths, yeah? What does a coffee cost you anywhere else? Like, there was a Mrs. Fields. Actually, there's still a Mrs. Fields in Wavo's. What's the one in the middle?
This is my territory now, coffees, because in
Wavo's,
pretty much anywhere you go, you're looking anywhere between $3.80 to...
Well, for a large? Where you going $3.80 for a large?
No, I'm talking just for a standard size coffee. All right,
you don't buy standard, man. Who buys a standard coffee?
I always get standard. I'll never get large. If I have large, I'm like I feel for the rest of the day.
Do you know why? I went and got that
Probably
tat.
too much milk.
I went and got my tat worked on last Wednesday, and my tat guy. Dude, my tat guy is like this tall, skinny kid, like long hair, covered in tats. Like it just looks like the biggest burnout. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I saw him the other day, I go, man, where can I get a coffee around here? It's in St Kilda. He goes, you can head to that joint on the corner, but they're the closest. They're not the best in the area. I'm like, so where would I go? He said, you want to go around to the French patisserie around the corner? I'm like, yeah. I go, well, what's it worth? He goes, about $5 for the large. I go, large? He goes, venti. Venti? And his words were, if you don't go large, what's the point? This is for coffee.
Yeah.
No, seriously, you always want more. It's not something you savour.
I don't know, maybe we're different about coffee.
You know what it is? Because you're Italian.
Probably.
You're using your little espressos at midnight.
I am. I'm drinking espressos as late as 11:30.
I know, man. The times I've come around to your house in the middle of and we're there late.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually... Do you know why? We usually have a meal, and we're just kicking back, regurgitating it up, and it gets to about 10:30, 11. Like, espresso, what's wrong with you, man? You know what the fucked up thing is that Greeks do it as well.
Yeah.
Dude, Greece is the worst. I explained it... Who did I explain it to the other day? Someone that hadn't gone to Greece. Maybe I think it was my dentist. Was it my dentist? That's it. It was my dentist. I said to him that they don't know what it's like because they just come back from Singapore.
Yeah.
And I said, what were you doing there? Like, I've gained a lot of weight. I feel sluggish. All I did was eat because I asked if they did touristy shit. She said, no, I just saw my family. I said, all you did was eat. I go, what time would you typically have your meals? More coppers? Are you serious?
Did you drink anything?
Drink anything. It's 7 o'clock, man. I literally finished work. You reckon anyone's going to let me in?
And just force your way in, man.
Force my way in.
If anything a lifetime on the road has taught me, you just push yourself in.
I know I'm going to get pinged.
If they do?
Oh, no, wait, it's an accident.
Actually,
no, it's not. Is it?
Yeah, it's a tow truck.
Dude, I was coming down... I'm pretty sure last week when I was coming to the podcast, there was a booze bus here.
How do you hit someone in a turning lane? Seriously?
Bums.
Freaking moron.
I don't know, man. Is it a turning lane? Oh, man, that's actually a pretty big hit. The whole back is crumpled up.
Now, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it.
Oh, don't say it.
All right, I won't say it.
Oh, you're a bum. No, I was just saying how I asked the dentist, I said, what time would you typically eat your meals?
Yeah.
Like late? She goes, oh, no, by 7, 8 o'clock. I'm like, yeah. Okay, try going to Greece. Okay, I remember the last time I was there, it was friggin' midnight. I met up with some friends from Melbourne, and we're walking out. We're going to go meet my cousins in a club down like beachside, but before we did that, it's like, let's go get a quick bite, yeah? And as we're walking, middle of summer, I just looked at it and go, mate, okay, it's midnight and we're looking for a tavern to sit down and have like a meal. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Don't they do it in Italy?
Yeah, they do tend to eat a bit later.
A bit later?
Yeah, usually they'll eat about, everywhere I stayed, they usually ate, usually about 9:30, 10.
You go in summer or winter?
Summer.
You're there in summer?
Yeah.
Really?
I've been there in summer and winter. Same both times, but I noticed more down south they tend to eat earlier.
Really?
Yeah, whereas up north they tend to eat a bit later.
No, see, because like in...
And on a weeknight, it's common to see like people just like out, like, you know, here, I don't know, maybe not so much. People tend to stay at home during a weeknight because they've got to work. Yeah. Whereas there they'll be out. There's, you know, it's not uncommon to see.
Oh, no, that's like taking Greece, man.
Yeah, probably because they've got their siestas, and so they go home.
Did they shut the shops?
Yeah, everything shuts for like
I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to remember Rome, but I'm pretty sure I was there over like a long weekend sort of thing. Yeah, so a lot of shit was shut, just generally.
Yep.
So they'll shut for siesta as well?
Yeah, like 2 hours. I don't know if they go... I don't think they go to sleep. They usually just go home for lunch. Kick back.
I said that, man, to my relos in 2011.
Yeah.
It was 2011 when I did Spain as well. I did Greece and Spain. And that was when the recession was really starting to crunch, like big time. Dude, I woke up in Ibiza.
Yeah.
I'd gone out the night before. I woke up on the... like whatever day it was in Ibiza. Turned on, all you could get was BBC News and MTV that was in English. So I was watching heaps of BBC. And there were riots going on in the UK for something. I can't remember what it was. But, dude, I remember waking up and all breaking news was Spain's banks are about to default, Germany's banks, Italy's banks, Portugal's banks, Greece's banks. Like everyone was just panicking. And I remember going to an argument with my relos in Greece because they're like, we know what we're doing, we're fine, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm like, okay, you're all messed up. Okay, you all shut shop and you go to sleep during business hours, right? And you call that progress? And my thing was, you look at the countries that are like falling behind the rest of the EU. You got Italy, Spain, Portugal, Greece. All their budgets are like out of whack and they're all going to have to start selling off islands or state land to try and win back. These are the countries that shut in the middle of the day.
Yeah, that's
when the rest of the world is working, they're asleep and they think they're going to progress.
But then on the flip side, you say like the countries that are having the siestas are the ones that are falling back economically. But if you ask majority of people, those are the lifestyles that everybody likes. Instead.
Oh, yeah.
Because anybody I talk to, like anyone that's just come back from Italy or France, well, I don't think they do it so much in France, but in Spain and that, and they're like, oh, I'd move back there and I'd live there because I could get used to that lifestyle.
Yeah, standards.
So that's the lifestyle people want, but
and they haven't got the balls to do it.
The money's
got the balls to do it. I actually said that to the dentist. She goes, oh, you know, what's their health like? I go, your health? I go, there is no health. I go, what, are you kidding? She goes, well, they live till like they're 100. I go, no, they either live till they're 100 or they die, they have heart attacks at like 50.
Yeah.
It's because they've been eating like pork souvlaki, smoking, drinking, just high stress because they can't function.
Yeah.
They don't care, but they're astounded when it happens. Like, they do what I mean? Like, Michali had a heart attack.
Yeah.
How did that happen? You know, he's a young man. It's like, the guy, weighed 80.
His arteries were blocked.
You know what I mean?
His arteries are blocked harder than a freaking...
Yeah, man. It's like a granite brick. Like, they don't put two and two together. Like, it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
Then they wonder why, like, their waters and stuff are all polluted. They've been lobbing shit out of them.
But then they're like, oh, but he lived a life because he got to enjoy everything he wanted.
Yeah.
He didn't hold back.
Yeah. At the same time, the guy got married when he was 20.
Yeah.
Popped out like 6 kids by the time he was 30.
Yeah.
And had all the stress in the world. But literally, he spent his entire life just stressing into the guy turns 40, he looks like he's 70, you know what I mean? Like, what happened to him? Oh, he lived a life. One life. was always broke, just on the fags, just drinking like a maniac. You know what I mean? Leaving the house because his wife was yelling at him.
I tell you what, man. I tell you what. You want to know where people lose a lot of money? Is fags?
Oh, in Europe, you mean?
Anywhere.
Oh, in life?
In life. On those and Tats tickets.
Tats tickets?
Tats tickets.
You reckon?
Hands down. Whenever I would be in a shop, and you're doing what you're working, and you can't have music on or anything, so you're just hearing everything in the background. Yeah. You hear everybody's conversation, you hear what's going on at the counter, and one customer after another. Oh, yeah, I'd like to put $150 on.
150.
150 on. Give me Super Tuesday. $150 on that. Then
Super Tuesday.
The next person comes behind him. Oh, give me 220 on Fantastic Wednesday. And then you'd have someone come in. Do you want to go into a syndicate? Syndicate's $500. Oh, yeah, this will give you the odds, improved odds. Oh, yeah, okay. Then you'd have regulars that would come in and they'd have to go into the back room and they'd have a wad of cash that would be like thousands of dollars and they'd be betting it on multiple syndicates.
See, that's the thing, mate. You know what gets me? The old man always used to say he never gambled, Like, we went to the casino once That was when my uncle was still running it, like back in the heyday, like 97.
Yeah.
And the wogs had pumped a couple of coins into a poker machine for a laugh, and the old man's flipped it. He's like, we didn't come here to gamble. Like it was like, going to be an imperfection on his clean streak.
Yeah.
Right? But he plays Tats ticket every week, no matter what. Yeah. Isn't that a form of gambling?
Yeah, of cource it is.
It is. Yeah. It's a form of regular.
Of course it is. You're playing money.
Yeah, you're picking
money. Numbers, man.
Yeah, man. It's a form of gambling. And that's what I never understood. And that's why I justify, I don't justify it, but if I've watching the footy or something and it's like, some stupid game with crazy odds. Like, did I put like $20 on Carlton to beat, who was it? It was someone random, man. It was about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I'm pretty sure we got pumped. But it was paying like $30 to 1. Like something stupid. It was like stupid odds.
Yeah.
So I put $20 on it. I think it was paying $8 to win.
Yeah.
We never were going to win. But I thought, screw it, just for a laugh. And I thought about it. I'm like, I'm an idiot. Like, what am I doing? And I was like, you know what, man? What does the average Tats ticket cost?
Yeah.
Put $20-25 down.
You can put less. I think you can. On average, a majority of people I would hear would be about $10 to $15.
Yeah, all right.
But they're buying multiple tickets.
And you're assuming that's their only ticket.
Yeah. And that day. And then the thing is as well, majority of them always like, oh, you a Tats member? And you always say yes.
What's that worth?
So they got the card, which I don't know. Like, say if they win something, it gets put on their card.
Yeah.
And so, like the same thing with the loyalty cards, it tracks it. So if you happen to lose the ticket,
more loyalty cards.
If you lose the ticket, like you thought you lost and throw the ticket out, Tats will notify you because it'll come up on your card that you won.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Who's going to get a piece of paper, man?
Well, so that's why a lot of these winners that win and never come forward, it's probably because they didn't even know they won, but they weren't Tats members, and so Tats couldn't even notify them.
What a joke. Man, I'd shoot myself. Ugh. Imagine that, winning the jackpot, 30 million, and not knowing.
Yeah, but you know what? You'd probably be better off not winning it anyway, because they came out with stats on it, and it's like 90% of Tats Lotto winners are broke within 5 to 10 years. They've lost it all.
5 to 10?
5 to 10 years, they've lost all of it.
I was going to say, think about it, yeah? Because obviously they don't pay you 30 million straight up. It's something like 30 grand a month. Or
yeah, they pay.
They figure out a way to implement it.
I think it depends on how much it is.
Do they force you to take financial aid courses or anything?
I think they offer it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they offer it.
Would you like to speak to an accountant?
No, because it's so common.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. By law. You'd think they'd force you to undergo.
I don't know if they force you.
Not monitoring, but not regulating how you spend your money, but maybe monitoring it to make sure you're not.
Basically, they give you, not that they give you, but they offer like financial services that help you how to because it's basically like new money. You're going from being a schmuck who pisses away $20 on Macca's a week or on a meal.
Yeah, you're a bigger schmuck with a bigger plate.
And now you got a bigger wallet, a bigger cash amount, and then now you're going to go to a restaurant and you're like, oh, I don't want to spend more than $20 on a meal or whatever. Now you got the capability of spending a couple grand, as much as you want on that one specific meal. Bring me a wine from 1952
and pour it on the floor in front of me.
Yes. I want to drink it off the thighs of a virgin.
Yeah, dude. They bring out a 38-year-old man and just place him there. What the hell? He said thighs of a virgin.
I want manservants. No, but that's what it is. It's like it's more likely that you're going to lose all your money than keep it if you win.
You'd be the guy that cops that. If you won the lotto and you went out to dinner, you took me to dinner and you said, I want to drink a 48 Chateau over the thighs of a virgin, they'd bring out some 38-year-old man. And the whole way there, you'd be saying to me, don't stress, you're going to see meals you've never seen. It's the greatest night of your life.
Flavors from continents you've never heard of.
I'm just sitting there, just deadpan staring at you. Like, I'm going to get going, mate. I've seen enough.
I would do that, actually. Now that I think about it, I would make this elaborate night where I would, actually rent out the whole thing just to troll the crap out of you.
Yeah, but you know what, man? I'd have that heavyweight belt with me. I'd come in like a champion, man. I'd eat the food off the belt. Speaking of which, we need to have a session, man.
We do.
I need to give you the right to win it back. It's only been 10 years.
Yeah.
I was going to say, usually, you know what it is, man? Usually when the people win the lotto, the guy that comes out, I guarantee you do a Google search, man. It's either two people, three. One person's dead.
Usually,
They're usually dead. It's some ticket in a syndicate no one ever heard of. B, it's some freaking old man out in the middle of nowhere that's probably got a week to live, and he's won it off his pension ticket his granddaughter gets him. You know what I mean? Some old dude that's already come and gone.
Yep.
Or it is some Darrow-looking guy with peroxide blonde hair and the mullet, with missing teeth. He's like, yeah, she's a beaut. And he's gone all out to buy some Commodore that he used to have back in the 80s.
Yeah. No, it's true. A lot of them tend to be families, like a married couple with kids. Yeah. Usually kids in their teens or early 20s, whatever. And usually it's once they've won it, once they get through a bit of the money, they either get divorced because it's too much money, and it changes people. Money changes people, man. It's what's that saying? Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Is it? I've got no idea.
That's a saying. So absolute power. Yeah. So if you can have it, corrupts absolutely. So it's guaranteed.
Guaranteed you're going to be corrupt if you've got absolute power.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Do you think you would change if you got given $1 million tomorrow?
$1 million nowadays is nothing.
$1 million, yeah. Actually, I was going to say, we've had this conversation heaps. $1 million is jack all. You'd barely cover debt and, set yourself up for the next couple of years. $1 million.
You're lucky if you can buy a house, man, for that, man.
You buy an apartment. You wouldn't buy a house.
Yeah.
Not for $1 million.
No. Oh, it depends where you go.
Look, if you stay in my area, right, in between, in between you and me, $1 million will get you a house. Just.
Yeah.
Yeah. In between that thing, you'll find something for 8, 9.
They're saying the market's crashing now, so they reckon it'll get a bit cheaper.
It's real estate. Goes up, goes down. That's how it is.
Yeah.
You can't go into panic stations just because of that. But no, think about it. Yeah. All right. Let's say, how much you might? Okay, 30 million. Powerball, 30 million. Huh?
30 million?
Yeah.
I pretty much, if I had that money straight.
No. Let's not say what we do with the money. Okay. I'm saying, do you think it would change
for sure
your perception of other people?
Not of other people, but it changed my. Oh, you know what?
Yeah. See?
The things to expect once you have that money will change your perception of people.
What do you mean?
Because as soon as you win that amount of money, majority of money. So the people that win all this money, what happens is everybody they know comes up to them and asks for handouts. Everybody.
Oh, standards.
So they either end up losing a lot of it because they're paying off people's debts, or they're buying stuff for family members, or they're buying stuff for friends, or they're losing family members and friends because they didn't hand out cash to them, and so then they've like the family members say, well, I don't know you anymore, get lost, I don't want having anything to do with you.
So in other words, like the brother's jilted because he hasn't got $1 million.
Yeah, he didn't get given $1 million to buy that Lambo that he wanted, or to buy that, invest in that pyramid scheme that he heard so much about.
I was just going to say, the brother-in-law would be coming out with the sleeves rolled up.
Straight up gangster rap.
He'd have a fake tan, blonde hair, just greasy blonde hair.
Look, mate, my opinion of people changed pretty much within a month of starting our man. Yeah. Within a month, I just realised people are morons.
No, you know that.
Yeah,
Who doesn't know that?
No, because I came out from doing what I was doing before that, concreting, and you're dealing with tight asses who they agree on a price and then they try and weasel out of it.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, yeah, that's human nature. They want to try and get a bit more out of it. But then as soon as I got into that, I couldn't believe it. Just how dumb people are.
It's not. You do realise that comes with any trade.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not just like concreting. It's every trade. Dude, my trade. I've got family and friends that want me to do audio for them. Yeah. But the mention of money never comes up. Yeah. It's just assumed that I've been doing it for nothing. Yeah. But then there's outside people that get in contact with me for me to do work, and they won't even let me do any form of demo work for them just to show them what it's all about. They're like, well, what are you going to charge? Yeah. And these are like strangers.
But this was more along the lines of common courtesy. Because people, they would see you working in there and they would either push their way in you, or they could see that you're clearly doing work there and they'd leave it in a mess for you, or they think you work there and they're like, oh, come along here, I need,
doing the snaps.
Toodles, hello.
Yeah. I've always said it. I remember when you first started concreting, and I brought this up with you once. When I saw this movie, it was Vince Vaughn and John Favreau. Yeah. What's the name of the movie? It was After Swingers. It was a movie after Swingers. I keep forgetting the name of it. It's freaking hilarious though. Favreau's trying to be a boxer. Yeah. But he's useless. He's a crap boxer, man. He's just getting his ass handed to him.
I can't remember.
Mob something or something about like the Wise Guys. It's just some sort of name like that. Well, I'll look it up later. Mm. But at his side gig, his actual job is he's a concreter. Mm. So he's sitting there on the ground like what's it called? When you smooth it out with a trowel.
You're troweling.
Yeah, you're troweling. Yeah. He's sitting there like trying to get it level. Favreau's on his hands and knees trying to get it level. And there's this little snot-nosed kid who's there with his old man or whatever, the client. He's got like the glasses, 3D glasses on or whatever. I can't remember. But he just walks straight across it just as he's got it done. Yeah. Favreau's face just looks so shattered and broken, man. Like he wants to kill himself. Yeah. I remember seeing that and I just thought of you straight away.
Yeah. It's the small things in people though. You don't have to look for large gestures of like bad manners. It's the little things. If people treat others like that with something so small as like just leaving things in a mess, or like thinking that you're beneath them and they talk to you like crap, why should I expect anything more from anybody? Like, does it make sense?
Yeah, it does. I was going to say, but that kind of behaviour, man, that's it. What am I doing? I'm in the middle of the radio.
Well,
I'm serious. I always take that turn and I never straighten up again. I was going to say, dude, that kind of manners and behaviour, you go anywhere. Yeah. Go to Woolies, man. Go to Woolies in a checkout line. Some schmuck comes and elbows past you. Dude, I wanted to beat this guy to death the other day. I was about to go into the checkout aisle. Like, I only had like nothing, like milk and bread, I was about to line up, but I paused for a second to get my wallet out or something. Like, I just stopped to readjust. The guy's just come, like, Schumachered it right past me and then cut in front of me, almost elbowing me to get in front of me. Yeah. It's like, dude, are you for real? Like, you couldn't see me walking in. I actually saw it yesterday. I was going to bring it up with Packard. I wanted to ask him the facts. I was at Baker's at Wavo's, and I'm lining up, And this wog of a guy, wasn't even an old man. I wouldn't put him much over 60.
Yeah.
Not much over 60, probably even younger, maybe late 50s. And he's wanted some bread, like a cob or Vienna or something. And he said, I want it sliced up. Yeah. And the girl said to him, you can't get it sliced up, it's too warm.
Oh, okay.
You know?
He cracked it.
He cracked it. He's like, what do you mean? And he's like, it's too warm, I can't slice it up.
Yeah, he's gonna wait for it.
It gets stuck in the machine.
Yeah.
Because it's too doughy and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And he had broken English. He could understand, but he was just talking with a really heavy accent. And he's like, I've been getting this. He's pointing at the bread, like, I want that one. He's like, yeah, but I can't slice it up. I'm telling you. Like, the girl kept saying it over and over again.
Yeah.
I've been getting this bread for 7 years, la la la. That's fine, but I'm telling you, I can't freaking slice it up.
Yeah.
Then, like, he's had enough of that, right? So eventually moves. The woman that was with him is like, just move along, like, move on, seriously, get over it.
I mean, the girl could have said, I'll set it aside for you, come back in 20 minutes.
No.
And it'll be cold, then I can slice it for you.
No. Dude, he actually grabbed it to feel it, like on the outside of the bag.
Yeah.
Right? Then, he's asked for another one, right?
Yeah.
Some other bread. They put the loaves down in front of him, and he's pulled out the buy one, get the second loaf free or whatever. So he's picked the cheapest one first,
yeah.
Then he's asked for the more expensive one, and she's like, okay, it's going to be this much. He's like, but why? It should be free. She goes, no, the more expensive one is the one you pay for,
yeah, exactly.
And the cheaper option is the one that's free. That's ridiculous, like he was cracking it. I was standing there like, dude, seriously, man. You're hustling over a loaf of bread. It's $9 worth of stuff.
I know.
But he was talking to her, and he was looking around at us like he was the king of the domain.
What do you think he was? Did you say...
He was a wog, for sure. This idiot.
He was Greek?
Greek, Italian. It was way over. So it was either Serb or Greek.
Oh, okay.
Somewhere there, man. I don't think it was Italian.
I love that about wogs. They've got no shame in just cracking it in public, making a scene.
Yeah, because they're the kings.
Yeah.
They're kings. Like, they're the only ones shopping.
Yeah.
This shop was built purely to service their needs, man. That's every fucking wog in the world. I'm serious. I remember being in Paran once, like 10, 15 years ago, easy.
Yeah.
And I was walking along, and this is when the first wave of Greeks started coming. So they started becoming... Like, you'd go to a supermarket and you'd hear Greeks from Greece. Like, it's been about 10 years of this sort of adjustment, more or less since the recession first sort of hit. Yeah? So just under 10 years. And I remember these clowns, they weren't arguing, but they were criticising the supermarket, saying everything was too expensive. Dude, fresh produce in Greece is an arm and a leg. Like, I was talking to my auntie the other week, and she's like, yeah, you can't live on the prices here. Like, as in... There, it's so much more expensive.
Yeah.
They were criticising the prices in the supermarket, but at the same time, they were eating free grapes. That's it. They're sitting there with a mouthful of grapes saying these vegetables are too expensive.
What's this jackass store?
I don't know, man. Welcome to South Melbourne.
Oh,
it must be a full moon or something. Seriously. Get the fuck out of my way.
Jackass.
Get out of the way, jackass.